Okay, hi, how are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. I'm so
Andrea.
sorry. I've never been here.
Neither have I. So I was just like, well, I think this might be okay.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw. The reason why I met you is because the director of the Swedish Chamber said, "Oh, you have to talk to Andrea." I was like, "Okay." So I look at these images, and here's another great, photograph. That is this part of the 100 series?
It's not.
No,
it's
not.
actually an older photograph, and it's also done in the same litho printing technique that I wanted to show you. Yeah. So the way I take pictures when it's kind of the same theme.
Sure.
Yeah, and so this is taken when I lived in London.
Okay.
And the whole Madonna picture here is symbolize, I think, myself, the way I look. I do view. How do you say that in a nice way? I watch a little bit behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like filter.
Yes.
Okay, so the image is really beautiful. So this is a normal human being. This is a human being or a mannequin?
It is a person.
Okay, it's a human being. It's a person. Okay, so it's a woman with very nice makeup who's clearly, the eyebrows are nice, and you can't. Okay, so she's wearing a scarf or something, and it looks like almost like a shredded fabric that's veiling over her face. So her shoulder is exposed, but this fabric or whatever, it's hard to, it almost looks like a very fine spider web. It's so thin and sheer. So you can see her face underneath it, but around, so it's black and white again, around, other than this fabric or whatever it is on her face and her, everything around her is totally black, and it's very close up. So as an image, it sort of invites you in this very sort of intimate, we're right there, right? So when you made the photograph, you either, I could probably guess what kind of lens you used, but I'm assuming you're pretty close to your subject. I'm assuming, so what was the moment that you made this photo?
Yeah. Well, it's actually, I am in the studio taking the picture, and I started out, and my favorite format still is medium format. Mm-hmm. Before I shot only with Mamiya and Hasselblad. So it's 6x7, for example, is my favorite format. So this is a planned studio shot. And
was it for a magazine? Was it for her?
No, it was for myself.
Oh, it was for you. Very nice.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. This is a person I know, and she's an artist. So we were working together,
right,
doing projects together.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a very cinematic image. Like in my mind, it could easily be a still from an old Egyptian movie. Like this is just like in terms I connected to what I've seen. So I don't know where she's from. She could be Egyptian. It's that it could very easily be that kind of still. Okay, I say to you, open book. You can talk about anything.
Yeah.
We can do anything.
Yeah.
Pick 4 photographs.
Yeah.
And you're just like, 4 photos. I don't know. I'll tell you. Hold on. We'll let the truck pass by.
It is one of the best pictures I've taken. It's one of my favorites, I think. Right. So that's also one of the reasons I picked this one. Yeah, I think I like the image. I like the... I think if I try to dig really deep, it could be that I might want to see myself in there. I see myself, but it's shield, and I'm Swedish, but I was adopted.
Okay.
I am adoptive, South Korean adoptee.
Okay.
Yes, and
as a baby or as a child?
As a child, one of my first memories are actually in Sweden. I don't have any memories from Korea.
Okay.
At all.
But you left at what age?
Probably I was around 2.5, 3 years
old.
You
would never remember anyways. No. I mean, all that stuff is gone.
Yeah.
It was never there. So it's interesting that... Okay, so what is this fabric?
It's just a black fabric. A shawl? Silk.
Oh, it's a silk shawl?
Yeah.
It looks like It's like a really interesting choice of fabric because it's like on the one hand, on the edges of the fabric, you can see that it's knit, and yet over her face, it's practically like, it's so thin, it almost looks like the cobwebs or spider webs. It gives that feeling of old time. Yeah, and clear look. It's one of your preferred photos.
Yes.
And sometimes explaining it ruins it. So you know what I mean? Like it's just like, well, maybe you just like it because you like it, and it touches something.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful image.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to see it, go see it on the website or all that stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just it's really fantastic. Let's go to the next image.
Yeah.
So is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw.